swift.
Not often that the World Cup gets a European derby. The stakes of this one are, well, quite different to what you may have predicted at the start of the competition. On Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day, powered by Qatar Airways. It's time to build up to England versus Netherlands in Pune in the company of Steve Harmison. Steve, I know a lot of questions have been asked about England and what's gone wrong. I want to talk about what they do now. 2 games. The World Cup is over, but there is Champions Trophy qualification, which is also getting difficult with every passing day. How do you want to see England approach these last couple of games?
I'd like them to make a change at the top of the order. I'd like Josh Potter to go at the top of the order. Whether that'll happen or not, I'm not so sure. But he seems as though he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders because of the tournament that England have had. I'd like to see him go and free that up, go in first, and really sort of try and take pressure off himself and off the team by trying to attack the power play. I wouldn't mind a few changes. I'd like to see England hit New Zealand with pace, and Netherlands with pace. I'd like to see Atkinson play. Can you fit Carson in the team? Possibly not, but definitely Atkinson should play alongside Wood. That middle order. Does Brook come in possibly for the expense of Livingston? I think they're the changes I would like to make in the game against the Netherlands.
When you're considering the changes that England could make, would you consider at all looking away from the older guard? The likes of Moeen Ali, Ben Stokes, don't realistically have a long ODI future. So if there are changes to be made, does it make sense to keep them on the bench?
I think there's a balance in how you make your changes. I still think you might need Moeen when it comes to the spin option, as well as his batting at number 7. Stokes, I've been quite vocal over the course of the last 48 hours that I would have sent Ben Stokes home the minute England were out of the competition, because Ben Stokes is needed, more importantly, for the Test series when England come back here. But if Ben Stokes is in India and he's available for selection, Ben Stokes plays, because he's still one of the best players that we've got. So while he's there, no question, Ben Stokes stays in the team.
All right. Now, in Netherlands, they come up against a side who do have history in World Cups against England. 2 wins in the T20 World Cup for Netherlands against them. And given the form, England definitely have to be wary of a side who have had an impressive World Cup, even if it's gone off the boil a bit off late. What to you is the best way Netherlands can set themselves up to get another victory over England? Well,
the game's in Pune, so I would say their seam attack is probably the most important. The likes of Logan van Beek, Paul van Meekeren and Bas de Leede, they're 3 key assets that potentially could put pressure on England. And that, for me, would be the strength of the Netherlands going into this game, which England are obviously having a crisis of confidence. Netherlands will not have a better chance of beating England in a 50-over match when it comes to where the 2 teams are mentally at this moment in time. But I still see England being strong favourites, still see England winning this game. But if there is a chance for the Netherlands, that middle order's got to fire. It hasn't really fired too much in the recent games, and give themselves something to bowl to, which would be their 3 big seamers would be the ones that if the Netherlands are to become victorious in this game, I think that's where the key components are to beating England.
Right. 10th of October, that was when England won their last and only game at this World Cup so far. Can the defending champions start ending the campaign on a bit of a high? Coverage for the game begins half an hour before it begins on Maruti Suzuki Arena. Presents ESPN Cricinfo Match Day, powered by Qatar Airways.
Stunning looks, then swift.